When nicotine addiction gets its claws into you, they get in pretty deep.
Vaping literally only takes 1 or 2 hits and you're in it.
Addiction makes money and it'll be too late by the time people are warned about it. Something needs to happen now, and I think it just needs to be us doing it ourselves. I'm 20 and I started vaping when I was 17.
I started vaping when I was 20.
14.
17.
My brother started vaping at 12.
I'm trying to quit and I know it's not like a linear thing.
I started vaping when I was 17.
And I would play here like 100 times a day at least.
It was like an instant hit for me. The cartoons, the imagery.
Bright colours.
Flashing lights.
Enticing pictures and packaging.
Everyone's comparing flavours.
Blackberry, cherry.
You know, strawberry, mango,
Chocolate, fried chicken.
Yeah, I went back to Fiji for 2 months to stop vaping. When I came back, being around it, seeing it, I couldn't hold it. I'm broke, yeah. When I don't have my vape, I just go crazy. I don't know, I flip my whole house looking for it. Yeah, just panicking, I guess.
So I played soccer all my life. Right before I got out of the car for training, I'd have a puff. Feel like you're letting down your team because you're not looking after your health.
it just gets more and more appealing to kids.
After school, a lot of kids will go to like convenience stores to buy lollies or snacks, and then there's vapes right there as well. So it's kind of a segue to it.
The younger people are vulnerable.
It's quite taboo, honestly, to talk about it.
And I feel like this is a good way to start that conversation, which is what we want.
I'm a nurse, so it's really hypocritical of me. I'm telling people to look after themselves, but I can't look after myself. Vaping has had a really negative influence on me. I've just seen it affect my family, my sister vapes as well. I see a lot of people struggling. Nicotine is so much more addictive than I thought. I'm not a vapor. And saying no for me, it was definitely a challenge at first, but I have those boundaries. We don't know how it's going to impact us in the long term. Seeing my girlfriend struggle with her vaping addiction has been really, really difficult. She's had a lot of symptoms. Her mood is changing all the time. She's been coughing, but it's really been a journey that I've been trying to support her on.
I wanted to be part of this film just to, be a step in the right direction, I guess. Try warn people.
We're starting to see more young people who are stepping forward and sharing their stories, but we need to take some more serious action.
The nicotine addiction will die when you stop using it and you tell it to die. If you're ready to do that, then you'll succeed, you know?
Nobody warned us about vaping, so it's our responsibility to warn others.
If you haven't already started, just don't, it's not worth it.
The best time to stop vaping is your first time.
I just hope there's more awareness and facts that are getting promoted to everyone because there's just no talk about it.
You save money when you don't vape, but your health matters more.
It's definitely important that young people have a platform. It's up to our generation to sort of tackle this problem because we're the most affected by it.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the Gippsland Regional Aquatic Centre. We are here for the 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Country Short Course Championships. This is session 2. We will be commencing shortly. We did have a couple of slight delays from this morning's session, so we've pushed back a little bit. We certainly have some exciting races coming up for you this afternoon. We will be kicking off with event 25. That is the mixed 200-metre medley relay between our para and able-bodied athletes. This relay is done a little bit differently, a relatively new addition to our program here at Country Short Course Championships. But each team has 4 swimmers, a mixture of 2 para-athletes and 2 able-bodied athletes. Based on their entry time, it is a handicapped start, so we start the slower team on 0, and then you'll hear those officials do a count, and each team will enter the water a certain set amount of time behind, and hopefully we'll end up with a really, really close race at the end. So we are just waiting for those athletes to come out onto pool deck. While we wait, we've got this beautiful view of our indoor pool here at Traralgon, where we previously hosted our long course championships earlier this year. So that was back in January. First long course that we've had in an indoor pool, which was really exciting for us. And we're looking forward to kicking off session 2. While we're waiting to get underway, a little bit of an overview of what's going on here down in Traralgon for the weekend. We actually have 589 athletes competing across these 2 days, including 2,995 entries, which means that's 2,995 times people are going to be diving into that water from 33 clubs across regional and country Victoria. So to get to this level and be able to race this weekend, athletes had to compete previously and qualify with a time, so an official time to make that qualifying spot to be able to come and race here today and tomorrow. And it looks like we might be just about ready to get underway here. So in this mixed para able-bodied relay, we have 6 teams competing. So across the pool in lane 1, we have South Gippsland Bass. In lane 2, Sale. In lane 3, it's another team from South Gippsland Bass, their B team. In lane 4, Traralgon. Lane 5, Geelong B. Lane 6, Geelong A. And lane 7 is Ballarat Gold Swimming Club. From medley relay, the order a little bit different to our individual medley. We swim our backstroke leg first, followed by breaststroke, butterfly, and then we come home with our freestyler. All right, the swimmers are behind the blocks now, ready to get underway. You might notice those little ledges, they're just sliding into the pool. Those are our backstroke start wedges. They're to help our athletes get a cleaner start off those blocks so their feet don't slide down the wall. The backstroke wedges were brought in 2013. First used in the Olympics in 2016 over in Rio. Super helpful for our swimmers. Really great to have them at our country championships as well. It's not often these regional pools have access to those little accessories. So here we go. Event 25 in the water now, the mixed 200-metre medley relay para able bod. So this is our staggered start based on time to try and make this race super even at the finish and really exciting. Our first team underway out of lane 1. And then we'll start across the pool, so the next ones to go will be from lane 2. You'll see those guys getting ready as our officials. They'll count them off. And that's our team from Sale underway here. Their backstroke swimmer often racing quickly. It was a good start there. South Gippsland Bass A team away. So is the team from Traralgon already moving out pretty quickly. So as we said before, 2 male athletes and 2 female athletes, 2 para swimmers, 2 able-bod. Lots of different ways you can set up this relay team, depending on who you want doing the different strokes, work to your strengths, what people like to do. What we love about this race is it's so inclusive, makes everyone feel welcome into our swimming community. And it's not often our para swimmers have the opportunity to race alongside and in the same teams as our able-bod athletes. So we can see here a few of our teams with our breaststroker into the water. You'll see those gaps starting to close between the teams. As the team in lane 1, their final swimmer has just entered the pool now, so they're up to their freestyler. They're going to be pretty difficult to beat at this point. It's a lot of ground to make up. Other teams' butterflies coming in. Like Traralgon currently sitting in that second place spot coming into their final swimmer. South Sydney Bass not too far behind them. And the team from Sale are going to follow them onto the wall as well. So we come down to our freestylers. The race is on. South Gippsland Bass B in lane 1. They've got just 15 metres left to swim. Sale starting to catch. They look like they've just got in front of Traralgon as these guys come down under the flags. 5 metres left to swim, and it will be the team from Sale out of lane 2 takes the win of event 25. Traralgon team in second. And an awesome job from all our athletes in our first event of session 2 here at the 2024 Victorian Country Short Course Championships for our naming partners, UNCLOUD.
Great swim, guys. Yeah, I know that.
Underway now, we have event 26. This is the women's 200-metre breaststroke. This is the longest of our breaststroke events, the 200. It is 8 laps of our short course pool. And in this event, we have 4 heats. In the water, heat 1, we've got Joan Grief in lane 3, Macy Kane in lane 4, and Morgan Westbrook in lane 5. Now, as we get underway with the second session of today, it's important to make mention of our incredible partners and sponsors. We wouldn't be here to have these events without them. Our new major sponsor is aquatic facility maintenance partner Mattioli. Now, with 50 years of experience, Mattioli are experts in building and upgrading pools. This partnership will connect organisations seeking advice directly to Mattioli, playing a pivotal role in shaping the future of swimming in Victoria. This collaboration not only enhances the support and resources available, but also reinforces Swimming Victoria's position as a leader in fostering better swimming facilities and opportunities across the region. It's a great step forward in ensuring continued growth and improvement in Victorian swimming infrastructure, and we look forward to working with them. Now, I am super fortunate to be joined with Adam from Mattioli today. Adam, do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown of about what you guys are about?
Yeah, thanks, Carly. We're obviously very proud and excited to be here today. So a bit about Mattioli's, where we've been around for a good 50 years, so 5 decades in the industry. predominantly in the coatings application industry. And we're at the forefront of asset preservation and rehabilitation of physical assets across commercial, industrial and civil sectors.
Now, we're down here in Traralgon, Gippsland region. I believe you guys initiated and really started out in Gippsland, is that right?
That's correct. So parents migrated from Italy to Australia, and Gippsland was the wise choice that they came to. And they did establish here, and the family then obviously they grew and then moved to Melbourne. But Gippsland has a very home feeling to us, and it's very sentimental for us.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what you're really planning on getting out of this partnership? It's such a great one for Swimming Victoria, and what benefits does it have for you guys?
It's commonly known in the industry that, and we've recognised that a lot of the regional centres are, if I may say, their aquatic centres are in need of a bit of a TLC, to put it nicely, and we believe with our expertise, we've come from industries from the petrochemical areas of those areas where there's a lot of this infrastructure and techniques that we have, technologies in the coatings that we know we can apply in the aquatics industry. There's a lot of concrete rehabilitation. A lot of the pool infrastructure itself needs some big attention in those areas. So, from waterproofing, concrete remediation, specialised linings, floor coatings, they're the things we really see some big advantages.
As we've just seen Macy Kane take out Heat 1 in a time of 3:02.40. Keep in mind that we are timed finals for this weekend sessions, which means anyone from any heat is eligible for our medals. So keep an eye on that time of 3:02.40. We do have 4 heats. Up next into the water, we will have Heat 2. The time to beat is 3:02. Now, Adam, it's so nice that you've been able to come along today and check out what country swimming is all about. Our short course is kind of the hype up, we're indoor, it's a real nice warm centre, and we've actually got a beautiful sunny day here. How's your experience been in getting to see all the guys racing and what's going on at these championships?
The timing is fitting with watching the Olympics at the moment. You see where our success at the Olympics, because there's a lot of talent here in Traralgon, that's for sure, from all across regional clubs that have come here. And, couldn't have picked a better day for it.
Now, Mattioli are our naming partner for the long course season. Our long course championships coming up in January up in Mildura. Will you be coming along to those ones as well?
We wouldn't miss it. We love travelling, and we wouldn't miss it. Obviously, there's a lot of hype and excitement, and I'm sure that'll carry through to there as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today and letting everyone know a little bit about you guys and what you're doing. And we look forward to seeing you around on deck and getting to know you guys a lot better. And we really appreciate your support here at Swimming Victoria. So thanks so much, Adam from Mattioli.
Thank you, Carly. Cheers.
So at the moment, Sarah just narrowly in front here of Alice Smith over in lane 5. So we watch those walls, those turns, super important in short course swimming. The girls coming down to the 150-metre turn. They've got 2 laps left after this. It's neck and neck for that first place spot. Only 0.14 separating lanes 5 and 3. Some nice underwater there from Sarah. Alice doing what she can to work her way back into that front position on the swim. She's really driving forward this lap, proving to be a great one for Alice Smith in lane 5, the swimmer from Ballarat Swimming Club. Pulled herself about half a body length ahead on that 7th lap as the girls come down with 10 metres left to swim. Looks like that red cap there from Ballarat as we come under the flags for Heat 2. This will be your winner in a time of 2:52.46. Alice Smith of Ballarat Swimming Club. Second place, Sarah from Geelong. And in third place was Eliza from Traralgon. Heat 3 underway here. A nice full heat from the girls. A few little race strategies come into play when we come into these 200-metre events. We see our sprinters take it out nice and quickly. And then our more endurance athletes are looking to have a more even split between their two 100s. Turning in first there was Trinity O'Keefe, swimmer from South Gippsland Bass. Seeing that nice inverted V shape early on here in Heat 3. We're looking for those athletes to hit the wall on a full stroke to maintain maximum momentum on those turns. It's a race of 3 at the 100-metre mark. Looks like Trinity still just in front. Claudia Croato there in second place on the turn, but she's had a great underwater, pushing herself into that first place spot. So there we go. Claudia finishes in first, 2:46.62. Madison Hayward, great second 100 there to put herself into second, 2:47.44, and Trinity O'Keefe in third. That brings us to our fourth and final heat of the women's 200-metre breaststroke. This is event 26. The girls behind the blocks ready to get underway here. little bit of a fun fact about our breaststroke events. They are the only events where that 15-metre rope doesn't come into play. Athletes are allowed to complete one full split stroke, and it doesn't really matter how far they get as long as they only do the one. It is entirely legal. And in that split stroke, we have one butterfly kick, followed by the ability to bring your arms down to your sides and then return to the top to start the stroke. It's a quick start from the girls in 4 and 5 here. Rani Matheson and Ava Candy. Rani getting her hands on the wall to turn first, 36.26. Not far behind though. A couple of 36s there, so very close as we go out. Good start there as well by Zoe Schneider. She's swimming out of lane 2. Keep an eye on her. A little outside speed is what we like to see here. Challenge from those outside lanes. A little bit of an advantage too, being slightly out of the visuals of those centre lanes. They might not see you coming. As the girls come down to the 100-metre turn here.
But they'll certainly know who's in the race, so they know each other's races quite well.
Definitely on those walls too. You get a little bit of an idea of where you're at. It's like Ava Candy starting to make a bit of a move here throughout this third 50. We like to break down our 200s into quarters. I tend to break down most races into quarters. That first one, all about setting up your stroke. The second one, we're trying to build from. The third one, the premiership quarter, as we like to say. That's where all that hard work goes into it. All that training comes into play as Ava Candy has just absolutely motored through this third 50 to take out that lead. It's now about a second in it. So Ava is your leader. Rani sitting in second and Zoe still in third. But it's very close for that third place spot as well. We've got Nicole Briscoe out in lane 6. Disco Briscoe trying to make her move in this last 50. We know Nicole has that 400-metre background. She likes a longer event, and you can see that here. She's closing that gap, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch Ava here. She's done the work in the third quarter.
She's flying in this last 50.
It's a great swim. We come down to touch. She's one stroke from the wall, 2:41.01. Nice little half a second personal best there. Zoe Schneider finishes in second. Strong final lap from her, 2:42.95. And Nicole Briscoe in third, 2:44.72. Moving along now, it's the boys' turn. Event 27, the men's 200-metre breaststroke. Heat 1 underway here. We have 5 heats in this event. So at the halfway mark now. Some nice swims going on, good underwaters there, leading us through as our swimmer in lane 4, Joshua Newstead of East Gippsland Water Dragons. Not too far behind lane 5, Noah Warner of Moe. Joshua Newstead there maintaining his lead coming into this final 50 metres of the 200-metre breaststroke. I'd keep an eye on lane 2 though. Kane Reynolds starting to make up a little bit of ground here. A little bit of move on these final 2 laps. Also coming up alongside him is Noah Warner. Race of 3 now, Warner in front, charging down this final 5 metres. Timing is everything in the breaststroke. Can you get that full stroke onto the wall? Noah Warner does just that. He'll take out heat 1, 241.84. Joshua Newstead in second, 242.77. And Kane Reynolds in third, 242.83.
And heat 2 is in the water now. Looks like lane 8 came to a good start, or lane 7 actually. Mansfield from Bendigo East, 14-year-old.
These are our open events, which means we can have athletes of all ages racing. So we do tend to get a nice little mix. We've got some great up-and-coming youngsters, particularly out here in the country. A lot of talent going on. Got a couple of 13-year-olds in this heat, all the way through to 18, and then across the board we have a couple of 19, even some 20-year-olds. It's a fantastic day here at the UNCLOUD Victorian Country Championships for Short Course 2024. So we're at the halfway mark. Sam Wells from Traralgon Swimming Club led us through, making a little bit of a shift now. Is lane 3, Chase Briggs of Ballarat Gold. See that bright gold cap. And those boys in our centre lanes, they're probably starting to shift gears as well. So really important leg of this 200-metre breaststroke, the third 50. Let's see who's got the legs left to hang on as we come down to turn with our final 2 laps to go.
Looks like it's going to be a tight last 25 of this race, and also followed by close second and third.
So it's the boys from Traralgon, 5 and 6. Riley Lowe, Sam Wells. Riley just doing the work in the second half. A bit of back end speed proving the winner here. He'll touch the wall in a time of 2:34.50. Sam in second there, 2:36.25, and following them onto the wall was Luca Caniglia in a time of 2:39.37.
Let's go, Billy. I like the 220. I'm not pulling up.
It's a quick start out in lane 8 here. Cooper Sutherland of Ballarat Gold. Very swift off the blocks, already in the lead by all over a body length early on. Not too far behind is Jordan Cargill, having a crack at a 200 breaststroke. Cooper there out in a 32 flat. Entry time of a 2:40.96, so I'm expecting him to have a little bit of a drop in time unless something goes awfully wrong starting off that quickly. Two laps to go. Cooper Sutherland still our leader. Geordie in second. Bit of gap on those guys and the rest of the field here. They're going to be the ones to chase down in this final leg. So heat 3, Cooper Sutherland takes it out in a time of 2:26.70. Jordan Cargill in second there, 2:29.78. And in third place, Charles Gleeson from Warrnambool, 2:36.15. Some big drops there. So move on to heat 4 of 5. Couple of recurring names in this heat, heat 4. Remember, this is session 2 of our country short course championships. A lot of these athletes did come in this morning and race multiple events. Countries is all about survival, really. As it comes down to who can manage themselves best as the boys come into turn 50 metres in. Leading us through is lane 2, Austin Robbins of Bendigo East, not far behind, just 4/100ths in fact, was Ash Nichols swimming out of lane 4 from Traralgon Swimming Club. had a bit of a shift in our leaders here. So Ash Nichols taking over that first place spot. Moving himself up into second. Looks to be Teddy Ripper, also of Traralgon. Dax Conetti from Geelong, not too far behind either. We know he likes a good comeback, so keep an eye out for him in the second half. But Ash Nichols looking very strong. Just surging down lap 7. Comes into that turn. 1 lap left to swim here. Now keep in mind the times from the previous heat. 2:26.5, the time to beat. That is your leading time. Timed finals means the fastest 3 swimmers are our medalists. As Ash touches there, 2:23.32. Dax in second, 2:27.79. And Teddy in third, 2:29.27.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, this is the final heat, heat 5. Fastest qualifier is Cameron Ricchini from Geelong Swimming Club. He's got a 2:18.72 entry time. Cameron Jordan, he isn't here again. Would he be doing junior pan packs, Cameron Jordan? No, I'm not sure. I know that they've only got 2 weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend. I think it's junior pan packs in Canberra, so some of them might be on that team from here. One away, turn second. So it looks like they'll definitely get under 2:20 here, I would say.
Yeah, we know Cam, he's a distance or middle distance specialist, loves the 400 IM, really great over that 400 metre, so we can expect to see those last couple of laps to be super strong from him. He has had a heavy program, but he's used to that. Backing up seems to be a passion of his. Maybe not if we ask him, but doing a great job here. That time to beat from the heat previously, 2:23. That's where we're looking to be under. Doesn't look like anyone's really going to challenge Cam in this heat. It is quite close for second.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely go under. It'll be close to do a 2:18, but he's looking really good. In fact, no, he'll be well under looking at this.
Brandon Wilson there in lane 2, sitting in second, making a bit of a step forward was Ed Meddings, but it will be Cameron Ricchini in first, Brandon Wilson in second, and Edward Meddings in third. It's a nice time from Cam, 2:16.57. Good little personal best off entry time. Set it up really well, strong first 100 and then just finished it.
Yeah, he did. Very good, very holding his glide. Yeah, he looked well in command of that. It was a bit of a time trial for him, really.
We move along now to event 28. This is the girls 12-13 years 100 metre butterfly. 100 metre fly. Bit of a harder event for those 12, 13-year-old girls. 4 laps of butterfly, 3 turns, looking for solid finishes onto the wall on each lap to make sure we get those quick change and turnarounds.
Yeah, it's best to swim your own race in the fly. You can't either slow your natural technique down or overrate either. So these girls are swimming their own race, hopefully counting their strokes so they know how many they've got left down that last 25, so they can count in reverse and not, when it starts to get hard.
It was super close after the first 50 metre. Jade Hayward of Kangaroo Flat led us through. We've had a bit of a move from the far side of the pool though. Audrey Bailey of Traralgon coming through nicely on that third 25. You can also see Lacey McRae doing very well in lane 4. The girls come down. Just 5 metres left to swim for Audrey. Looks like she'll get her hands on the wall first there. A time of 1:23.45. It's a nice little 2-second personal best. So great to see those PBs from our younger athletes.
They've really had quite the programme. I think they had 2 or 3 events this morning, the girls 12, 13 years. So to back it up after doing those and have a 100 fly this afternoon, that's tough swimming.
Hopefully they had a great lunch break.
Yes.
Reset, refocus. That was an awesome swim from the girls. As we move on to heat 2, there are 5 heats in this event.
Some really nice underwater work from lane 4, but also in lane 2 as well.
Yeah, Holly Watson got out very fast on that first lap. We look for those great skills, particularly in our younger athletes. Tight streamlines off the wall, those dolphin kicks under the water. All the little 1%ers are what really counts. Find and make up a lot of time there as Holly leads us through. She's gone out quickly in a time of 34.90.
She's got great flexibility. You can see that, she's really pushing her chest down, so her chest is and her head are right underneath her arms, so she gets a really good catch.
A super strong third lap there from her as well. Very tight for second place here between lanes 4 and 5. Amalia Lofgren and Grace Cofield.
Yes, this is going to be an exciting finish. Although I think the swimmers from Ballarat Gold's just going to... there we go, lane 5. Grace Cofield from Ballarat Gold just managed to get in there. So Holly Watson first, coming from an outside lane. Nice big PB for her. 6 seconds. Wow. Heat 3 of 5, so we're well on our way to getting towards the fastest of the swimmers as these heats are all seeded.
So nice underwater there from Alexis Telford. That's put her out in the lead after lap 1. As we know in short course, those skills just become all the more important as they can be the difference between first and second, especially when it comes down to 100th of a second in this sport.
Well, we just saw how close it was in Paris. I mean, you know, first to fifth, nothing in it. You know, in lots of events, not just the short ones. You know, you're talking the 100s and the 200s. It was, you know, close a lot of times.
Koa Parker starting to make a little bit of a move here. The swimmer from Seymour Swimming Club. She holds that nice underwater off the wall. Got about half a body length between her and Alexis. It's going to come down to this finish. They're the girls to beat from Heat 3. But it will be Koa Parker there.
Yeah, nice finish.
1:15.68. Alexis Telford, 1:18.27. And then it was Ada Z who finished in third, 1:18.98. So the officials just asking those girls to move away from the wall, away from the touch pads. Let's make sure it's a nice fair start. Now timing system is ready to go. Really awesome to have touchpad timing here at our Country Short Course Championships. The girls get underway in Heat 4. Bit of a blanket start there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mind you, we'll look Scarlett Gilmore hands on the wall first. Not a lot of difference between them, though.
Not at all, no, yeah. Scarlett just looked ahead over in lane 6. Feels quite good to be out in the front on fly.
Charlotte McConville here coming through. She'll lead us around in the first 50, 33.66.
You got to say those caps from Hamilton Olympic, Imogen Wedding there, very distinctive, and she looks like she's holding on, or not, if not catching up a little bit on that 75 turn.
Charlotte just going strength to strength here though as she comes down this final lap. She is a body length in front here. The swimmer from Bendigo Hawks Aquatic, our club of the year for 2023.
Fantastic, yes, and 1:14. The 4-second PB.
Shout out to Charlotte, she did a PB.
Oh, here's another one of your teammates, Astrid Buchanan here in lane 7.
Let's see how she
Well, we have a 12-year-old out of the 12-13 years who's the fastest seed here. It's Kiara Delaney from Wodonga City on a 1:10.67. So it's very close between the 3 middle lanes. But yes, Kiara's just taken it out there and held it on that turn. We know that Traralgon do a lot of aerobic work, so they usually come back very well. They're pretty tough. So let's see how this last 25 goes.
race for the top 3.
certainly is. You get the coaches whistling in time so that it keeps their rhythm on butterfly to help them finish the race. Oh, yes, very nice. And a PB from Kiara Delaney. Very nice. A long way to come with Wodonga City. Lane 5, Chloe Schwarek from Traralgon, second. And third in lane 6, Lily Goodman from Warrnambool. All on the 110. That's good. A nice turn there from lane 2. He must be feeling pretty good being out there at 50. Fletcher Davies. Oh, sorry. That's a bit confusing up there on the screen. Well, here they come in for the finish. That's Rex Brocklesby from South Gippsland Bass on a 1:14. That's a huge 8-second personal best. Then second, we have lane 4, Bryce Scott from Ballarat Gold Swimming Club. And third, lane 5, Jack Hayes from the Surf Coast Swimming Club. Well done, boys.
So it appears we've just got a minor technical difficulty. A couple of our athletes may have been placed into the wrong heat, so don't stress. Their times will all be official. We'll get them sorted. As we're going to move on now to heat 2. Just got the swimmers on the far side of the pool here, so 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. For the boys, 12, 13 years, 100-metre butterfly.
Yes, I think some swimmers, because there was only half a heat in the first heat, have stepped up to swim the first heat, but That'll get sorted out.
It's a very easy mistake to make, especially when you're this young. You see that empty lane, it's your spot. You think, oh, nope, that's me. Better quickly run and do it.
You think, I don't want to miss my race.
Exactly.
And so, yep, you just get up there and get
go.
ready and go. That's right.
But it's a good swim here from Kepi Snyders out in lane 7. The boy from Geelong, we've seen him score a couple of medals earlier today.
Yes,
he's got
he's got
of champions there.
Absolutely, yes, they have been swimming very well. I bet their grocery bill's very high, having a family of swimmers. Wow, 107.61. What a
nice
fantastic
drop in
PB.
time. So keep an eye out, because our fastest seeded athlete here is a 106.87. So 107.61 could be a chance at a medal.
Yes. Yes, that's right. All right, heat 3 of 4, so there's only 2 more heats. Posting a 1.7 now, you know, that's really going to shock the rest of the field.
And we're on here for heat 3 of event 29, the boys 12-13 years, 100-metre butterfly. Off to a quick start. There was lane 4, Luca Caniglia of Echuca Swimming Club. We saw him swim just before in our 200-metre breaststroke.
Oh, wow. Usually in the same session you'll swim breaststroke and fly. It doesn't really match, but he seems to be going really well. Sometimes when you're on a roll, you're on a roll, aren't you? Nice turn.
Pretty close from those middle 3 lanes. Got Xavier Gray of Sales Swimming Club, Archie Smythe in lane 5 from South Gippsland Bass. They're challenging Luca as we come down the third 25. Luca still maintains that lead. Looks to be about half a second in it.
He's come off that turn really well. Very powerful first stroke.
Really strong looking butterfly there.
Yeah, he's hanging on to this. They've got a lovely indoor 50-metre pool there up at Echuca. Well done.
Times that finish 112.92, so not quite as quick as our heat previously. Touching in second there was Xavier in a time of 113.51. Archie in third, 115.09. Some more nice drops in time from the boys in heat 3. So move along now to our 4th and final heat.
Well, Archie Marsland here in lane 4 from Traralgon will have seen that 107 and he knows exactly what he's got to do. That's why they always put the fastest heats to the back. That's the advantage of qualifying in one of the faster heats, so that you know what the heats in front have done and you know what it's going to take to win. So, yeah, that's the advantage of having the faster times, entry times. Unlike athletics, swimming is all off time. It's not off placings, so you can win a heat and in a fast time and actually win the whole event. Whereas in athletics, it's about placings, where it's all on times here in swimming. They held themselves there. I think they were dying to go, and they just managed to hold on and not do a false start. Well, he's out under 15 seconds, so this looks like that 107 could be in trouble, but let's see how lanes 5 and 3. Lane 5 is Cooper Scott and Thomas, and he's from Wodonga City, and Thomas Sahar from Warragul.
Archer Marsland has gone out super quickly.
He
They're
has.
almost under that 30-second barrier, 30.02.
Well,
I don't think anyone's catching him here. He turns for that final 25.
I think he saw that 107 and thought, it's going to take a PB. I'm going for it.
Absolutely. Thomas Sahar in lane 3. Sitting in second place. Keep an eye on the times as we come down. This is a speedy 100 though. 104.02 from Archer Marsland of Traralgon Swimming Club. Second place from the heat, Thomas Sahar, 109.78. So that'll slot him in just behind Kepi Snyders of Geelong Swimming Club in our overall placings. For the boys 12, 13-year-olds, 100-metre butterfly. Behind the blocks now, we have the swimmers in event 30. This is the girls 14, 15 years, 100-metre backstroke. In this event this afternoon, we have 6 heats. And behind the blocks is heat 1.
Yeah, we've got the ledges, the backstroke ledges to use. The swimmers' toes, you can see the officials looking over. They need to be on the touchpad, but the balls of their feet can be on the starting ledge. So it just gives them a helping hand to get up and over the water. They arch their back, they can get over like they do. They don't come up as high, obviously, as the girls that are in the Olympics. They're much stronger, but this is to practice that, you know, clean entry and to get up and over the water in this 100 backstroke, causing no drag.
As the girls come down to the 50-metre mark, the halfway turn here, getting their feet on the wall first was our swimmer in lane 1. Their touchpad's gone off. We don't actually have a swimmer in lane 1, so that'll be the swimmer in lane 2. Elizabeth Jarvis of Shepparton Swimming Club going around in first there. Watch this second half. Who's got the legs left to finish off the 100, that final lap? Your shins are probably going to be burning.
Oh, yes, it's all in the legs on the 100 backstroke. So you've got to get that head back, and you've also got to really bring your legs in to help your arms, because you feel like you're stuttering at the end. It doesn't feel smooth anymore, but
it's going to be close onto the wall. Time that finish. She holds on and leads from start to end. Elizabeth Jarvis of Shepparton Swimming Club in lane 2, a time of 1:17.63. She'll take out heat 1.
We've got some great personal bests. Look, most of those girls have got a 4-second personal best time there. They're absolutely on fire.
Quick reaction there from Sienna Vivian. She's up and racing fast. As was the swimmer in lane 8, Kate Crilly of Ballarat Swimming Club. Those unmistakable red caps. She'll get
Going
feet
out
on the
really
wall
well.
first at the 25-metre mark.
Yes, Sienna Vivian. Woo. And she's 14, so one of the younger ones in the younger age group of this, but also here we are in lane 8. We've got Kate Crilly from Ballarat Swimming Club. Nice turn. Great underwater work, especially from lane 1 as well. Emma
I was going to say,
Pankhurst.
all of the outside lanes here.
Yeah.
Emma Pankhurst of Warrigal, she came through nicely in that second 25, shifting herself up into those placing contentions. It's the girls' turn for the final lap. It will be Sienna Vivian who goes around first, not far behind Kate Crilly, and then over on this side of the pool, Emma Pankhurst.
That's right, it's 8 and 1. They're very close. They can't see each other at all at the opposite sides of the pool, but you know, it feels good to be in front. Lane 1's just fallen back, and lane 2 coming through to take third. So
Kate
116.
Crilly finishes in the lead there by 2/100ths of a second. That is how important timing that finish is onto the wall, particularly in backstroke. Now, Sam, do you want to talk us a little bit about how these athletes know where that wall is? I mean, you're on your back, you're going backwards. How do they time the finish?
Well, usually you would count your strokes from the flag. So we practice in the pool with the flags in, and you can either count your strokes from when you see the flags and how many that usually is. And after all, you do a lot of laps in training, so you should really know. But people tend not to count them. They just get a bit lackadaisical. I find that sometimes you can be in a different position when it comes to the flag. So being able to count over short course, over 25 metres, counting your strokes the whole way, if you can't, you know, if your depth perception's not very good. I always found my depth perception wasn't, so I had to count all the way. But usually it's from the 5-metre flags to the wall. And it's the same throughout the world. So the Olympic backstroke flags are 5 metres from the wall. Here they're 5 metres from at your local swimming pool. They'll be 5 metres from the wall. So it's the same all over. So no matter where you're swimming, it will always be the same.
Quick start there from Evelyn Selby in lane 6, swimmer from Wangaratta Swimming Club.
Yes, it's always a good feeling to be out in front. You feel like, you know, especially on backstroke, that they're not going to come past you. You seem to have a little bit of command if you can stay in front.
100 metres being our more sprinty of the events, particularly in our form strokes. So those are the strokes outside of freestyle, but we have distances of 50, 100 and 200 metres. 200 being the longer distance for those form strokes, 100 metre being closer to that sprint level. You really have to attack all 4 25s in this race.
Yes, really, there's no resting on the wall. It's only a 100 short course. It's not the same as long course. You have to be on your A game on all 25-metre laps of the 4 laps.
As the girls come down to touch.
Very
and
nice.
It will be at lane 5. Sophie Ryan from Warrnambool Swimming Club in a time of 1:13.03. She'll take out heat 3.
So heat 4 next of the 6 heats. Now we're getting down to the sharp end of the event, where most people are lower than 115, between 115 and 110. So 110 is quite a milestone for the 100 backstroke. good to see two South Gippsland Brasstroomers swimming next to each other, teammates. Claudia Croato and Asha Chalmers. It's quite nice to have a teammate next to you. One, because you know pretty much how they're going to go. And if you're both going well and pushing each other, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, you know, I think. It's been the same on the Aussie team to have partners. Lane 4, she turns first in a 35.41, so you would obviously try and turn under 35 seconds if you wanted to get under the 110. Not many people come back in a negative split on backstroke.
No, not unless you're a real pure endurance athlete, I think, particularly with the way we have those ledges on the start. That ability to get the fastest part of your race is actually the part where we do it underwater. So those dolphin kicks, that's the quickest you're going to be moving off the start in the entire race.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do find that sometimes swimmers don't go deep enough on their underwaters on backstroke, but that was a great time, 1:13.17 PB there from Layla Chapman. Second, lane 6, Asha Chalmers. Not a PB, but quite close. And third, lane 2. As I've said, these girls, Alice Coulson from Wangaratta, these girls have had a big programme so far. It's backing up event after event, 200s, 100s, 50s, you know. I think it's an advantage, though. I think our states in the city are quite spread out, whereas the country kids get to, you know, push themselves and do event after event, building up the lactic acid and really having to fight that pain barrier. I think it's really good that perhaps they don't have a swim down, and it really does toughen them up so that when it comes to nationals or any other event where you do get to spread your events out, it actually feels quite easy.
Yeah, they definitely have the advantage when you come to a meet like nationals where you have those warm-up swim down pools actively available. You've got time between your events. These guys are used to doing event after event after event, so coming in feeling fresh and being able to race off that, it's a whole different ball game. And I've always said those kids from the country, they are the toughest athletes out there, and it's because of competitions like this and the level of competition as well. Not only are they backing up over and over, but we're seeing personal bests over and over. We're seeing incredibly fast times from so many swimmers here at the Gippsland Regional Aquatic Centre this weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's next to come this afternoon and what these guys can do again tomorrow. Once you get that momentum, you start getting a few good races under your belt. The PBs and the time just keeps dropping as the girls turn here at the 50-metre mark. Heat 5 in the water. Lane 2 has let us out. Liana McClare from Mildura Swimming Club.
So 33, that looks like she will be under 110, getting out in that 33 seconds. And the good thing is, when you swim in backstroke, when they turn at 50 metres, they can actually look up and see the scoreboard and see what their split is. So if it's the fastest split that they've ever done for 50 metres in 100, that'll really motivate them. Oh, just missed out.
There. She does. 110.00, so close to breaking that 110 barrier. Second place there, Holly Hembrow, Bendigo East, 110.09. And then third place was Summer Morgan in a time of 110.48. So a nice little final 25 metres there.
Aren't they? Still 2-second PBs, even if they didn't, you know, break that 110 barrier. It's still going at some pace to take half a second off each lap to get a 2-second PB time.
We just saw some really awesome teammate support there from the girls from Geelong, giving Chelsea the big thumbs up. What a great time. And it must be super motivating as well to see your teammates, the kids you see every day, working hard at training, producing those awesome personal bests. It's really going to motivate you for your swim.
Yeah, I think if it's a teammate, you think, well, they've done it, I'm sure I can do it. It's like on any team, you know. You see at the Olympics, if a team's doing well, like Australia, you know, Ariane gets in and gets a gold, and then it's like, well, if she can get one, I want to get one, you know.
So this is our 6th and a final heat of the girls' 14, 15-year-olds 100-metre backstroke. Your fastest seed time is Jessie Steinman swimming out of lane 4. Her entry of a 103.35, very sharp swim. She's had a big program. We'll see what she can produce this afternoon. She has led us through. I've been known to call her the rate queen every time she swims, and she's putting on a performance of exactly why that is. Just look at the speed in which those arms are going around. It's unmatchable. It's so quick, and that's why she's so good at these sprint events.
That's right. You've got to get your arms over quickly on that because they're obviously going through the air, and one arm going quickly over the top of the water aids the other arm pulling through under the water.
Jessie is going to be hard to beat down this final lap. She's got over a body length on the girls. It's a close race for second. Looks like it's going to be lane 5, Hannah Buchanan of Ballarat, but it'll come down to the wall, and she has been out-touched here. So Jessie Steinman in first, 103.32, little PB for her. That's a nice swim. Second place will go to Mia Roberts of South Gippsland Bass in a 106.79. She's just ahead of Hannah Buchanan there in a time of 106.89.
I'm still surprised I'm in lane 5 for a backstroke event.
Boys 14, 1500 metres backstroke, first heat. We have Joaquin Kaiser Leal. He's in lane 4 from Mildura. Used to coach him at CA Tritons. So it's good to see him still swimming there. Excellent start from all the boys. Very good underwater. And you can see that Joaquin does have that fast stroke weight as well. He's in lane 4. Lovely turn, they'll be able to see their times. Always a good sprinter. Okay, always a good being able to get out there. Let's see if he can bring it home. I'm sure he will be able to. He's training up in Mildura. They've got a lovely indoor and outdoor 50-metre pool. So coming in here for this final 12.5 metres.
The hosts of our country long course championships coming up in January in Mildura.
Yes.
So a sign of some great swimming coming from up there.
Wow, 107.80. And then lane 2, Noah Stevens from Geelong. He's got a 110, good PB. And also in lane 1, third, we have Angus Sharp, Gisborne Thunder.
nice to see a few of those smaller clubs being represented here. We have 33 swimming clubs at these 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Country Short Course Championships.
Heat 2. Getting away with good underwaters. Straight out there. Lane 5 is leading. Very nice. Stayed underwater there for that turn. Quite a spearhead in these heats. This morning we had quite a few outside swimmers in at the start of the session we did. But, yep, looks like it's lane 4, 5 and 3, part of the spearhead. Lane 4, Charlie Parker, Geelong Sharks. Lane 5, Xavier Aberline from Geelong Sharks. Sorry, from Warrnambool Swimming Club. And then in lane 3, Ben Hynam from Geelong Sharks Swimming Club. So 2 teammates again from Geelong Sharks battling it out. Yes, lane 4 takes it, 109.72, Charlie Parker, followed by Xavier Aberline, who was Warrnambool, and then the teammates, lane 3, Ben Hynam from Geelong Sharks, brings it in for third. Heat 3 of these 6 heats. You can see on that start as their feet, and it enables the boys' feet to come out of the water so they can get a nice deep start and then body dolphin up to the surface. Lane 4's really taking it out. Oscar Voither.
Underwater kicks, they are allowed to stay under all the way through to 15 metres. So across a 100-metre event, you can actually swim 60 metres of it under the water.
Yes, you can, because you're allowed 15 metres 4 times. So short course, you know, people that are good underwater, they've got a great advantage short course.
Now, speaking of people who are good underwater here in Heat 3, Oscar Voith of Warrnambool Swimming Club doing some fantastic work underwater, but above the surface here, it is the swimmer in lane 5, Sebastian Mansfield of Bendigo East, who's shifting himself into that lead position.
Oh, yes.
Fighting it out. It's lane 6 as well there, so they're all in it. A bit of a straight line across those centre lanes. Edward O'Connor coming into the mix here as well. All about timing that finish. Might be O'Connor, might be Mansfield. O'Connor gets it. 107.66. Sebastian in second. 107.89. And in third place, Oscar, 108.07.
I love it. Tight finish there. Heat 4. We've got a couple of South Gippsland Bass teammates next to each other. Zachary Sher and Billy Fisher in 5 and 6. But what a great start from lane 5.
Great underwater from lane 5, but Matthew Mace of Ballarat Gold, he is flying out here. Saw him compete at National Age Championships earlier this year. He had a couple of sprint events, so we know he's going to be out quickly. Let's see what those boys can do in the second 50, whether they can make up that ground, because he has quite a lead here at the 50-metre mark, 30.41.
A really nice high head position, even though I mean high, I don't mean that his chin's down and his head's forward. His head's nice and back, but really high up, so he holds himself very well in the water.
Maintains that lead at 75 metres, not far behind is Marley Sutherland in lane 4, as well as our swimmer Zachary Shearer in 5. One stroke to go.
Nice.
Matthew Mace holds on there, 104.68. He'll take out heat 4. Second place there was Zachary, 105.63, and Marley in third. Heat 5 of 6 underway. Lane 5. Setting the pace here, Joshua Fitzgerald of Warrnambool Swimming Club. His teammate next to him. Just those outside lanes doing well early on. So
Yes,
down
but this
to
is
turn.
this is a really nice spearhead. You can see how the fastest people are usually in those 2 yellow lanes. But then there's always someone who doesn't want to be in that spearhead, and it's lane 7.
Yeah, Jake there, he told me before this race his plan was to execute great skills and good underwaters. He said, keep an eye on me, Kalia. I'm going to be coming from the outside, but my skills are going to be the best in the pool. And he's done just that. He is going to take out heat 5 in a time of 103.14. So that is Jacob Richards of Geelong Swimming Club.
Good
Doing
times
exactly
there.
what he set out to do. Well done, Jake.
Yeah, second we've got lane 3. McConnell Malone. In lane 4, Monroe. So you got to say there's some at least a second to a second and a half, 2-second PBs there. So let's see what the last heat can do. We haven't got anyone in this last heat that's gone under the minute. So let's see if somebody breaks that 60-second barrier here. Zayden Burton, who's in lane 6. I had the pleasure of coaching him when he was about 9. Let's see how he's doing now. He's 15. Here we go for the last and final heat. Out there in lane 4, we have Oliver McCormack, Ballarat Gold Swimming Club. He's taking it out there. But in lane 7, William Simmons, South Gippsland Bass, coming in from the outside, as well as lane 2, Harrison Main from Wodonga City. Ooh, 29.37 from lane 2, Harrison Main. So if you're going to go under 60 seconds, you've got to be out under 30 seconds. So let's see if they can get back in a 31 or less. I'd like to think they can. It's quite the milestone. And it's lane 4. Oh, just miss out. Lane 2 just gets it. So Harrison Main holds on. And then second, lane 4, who was in the fastest lane, Oliver McCormack.
My main man, Harry Main.
He did such a great job. And then lane 3, Scott Miller, Ballarat Gold.
Always exciting when those outside lanes get up.
Yes, absolutely. You got a lane, you got a chance. So we've got the women's 50-metre backstroke now for multi-class. Once again, there's different classifications all in the same race. It depends on the world record for that particular classification in 50 backstroke, and then you get points on how close you get to that world record. So sometimes the person that wins the race may not necessarily be the actual winner in the end.
What we will get to watch and look out for is anyone with this same classification, they are racing within this race. So whoever touches the wall first between the same classification will obviously be your leader and have a higher point score there. So in this particular event, lanes 1 and 2 and 3 are all the same classification, as well as lanes 5 and 6 are the same classification. So keep an eye out for those guys.
So it is a very good race coming up. Lanes 1, 2 and 3, as Carly has said, are all the same classification. So in lane 3, Evie Lee, she's turning and she's going to probably gain the most points for that S19. Although lane 7, Keris Nicholson, is also S19. But winning the actual race is lane 5, Sarah Howe, who she's in S10. And second, lane 3, Evie Lee. She wins from 4 girls that are S19. So she will definitely have won her classification. Here's heat 1 of the men's 50 backstroke multi-class. We've got 3 swimmers. Kobe Wilson's in lane 3, he's from Shepperton. Blake Warren, lane 4 from Traralgon. And then Byron Doran, he's from South Gippsland Bass.
Really exciting for our depth within our multi-class events. Actually having 2 heats at a country championship. It's not something you see very often, so it's really nice to have here.
Well, they do have quite a high-performance program at Traralgon. They've produced a lot of Paralympians and from Geelong too. So they've eventually moved on to the high-performance centre up on the Gold Coast. I think it's USC up there. But you've got to say that there's been a lot of good multi-class swimmers that have come to Traralgon and gone on to greater things. Like for anyone, it's really daunting swimming on your back and swimming up to the wall. You know, you're afraid of bumping your head. So getting that turn right, but if you can't do a tumble turn, making sure that you can touch without bumping your head can be quite the challenge. Well done, lane 4, Blake Warren. And then both swimmers, you can see, in lane 5, Byron Doran's just looking around. You should try not to look around too much. Kobe Wilson, I thought he was going to catch up there, but there we go. He's touched the wall. Well done to Byron Doran, and then Kobe Wilson comes in.
All right, the boys are ready to get started for heat 2 of our multi-class 50-metre backstroke. All those swimmers using that ledge very well, getting right over the water to help themselves out. And in lane 4, woo, he's out there. Yeah, we've got some pretty big names in this race. So a lot of these athletes competed earlier this year at our national championships. Eli Kerr in lane 5. He secured himself a couple of medals at the event.
Yes.
Great little up-and-comer there. Just 13 years of age, Eli. So boys come down to touch. It will be Riley Blitz of Geelong. Gets his hand on the wall first there. 32.44. Now, Riley, big program this weekend. Not only is he racing in these multi-class events, but he's also racing in the able-bod races too. So these guys backing it up over and over with a couple of extra swims.
Yeah, that's right. So he's backing it up even more. He's doing multi-class and able-bodied. So Yeah, he's really making it tough on himself.
Moving along in our program, the next event is event 34, the girls 16, 17 years, 100-meter individual medley. Now, during short course, this is one of my favorite events to watch. It is 4 laps, 1 of each stroke, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. It is an absolute mad dash, a sprint of each one. The lead will change between strokes. It's so fast-paced, and it's always super exciting to watch. We have 5 heats for the girls 16, 17 years, and on the blocks now is heat 1.
Yeah, it's always good to see if anyone's doing the crossover turn. So it can be a controversial turn, but it is the fastest one to do. The Americans started it first, and unfortunately they really wasn't in their favour at this Olympics. So our very own Kaylee McEwen got the bronze medal in that event. So it'll be good to see which swimmers choose to do that turn.
So we had Kendra Wellens lead us through after the butterfly leg, but already we've swapped and have a new leader of Charlotte Matthews, Gisborne Thunder. She'll turn and a 35.19. A little bit of a challenge coming on from these outside lanes.
Quite unusual. At one point it was fast from one side of the pool to the other. So, but the breaststroke is a big leveler. Sometimes, you know, your good flying backstrokers are out there, but then the breaststroke levels it all out.
Looks like Charlotte Matthews holding on to that lead here as we come down under the flags. She's swimming out of lane
Very nice.
3. She's going to get the win for heat 1 in a time of 1:17.52. Kendra Wellens in second there, 1:18.97. And in third place was Macy Lee in a time of 1:19.87. Great last lap there for Macy.
Heat 2. It's all in the middle.
So really long underwater there from lane 7. Lara Riddle of Ballarat Swimming Club. Made a few mentions of the team from Ballarat today. They seem to be having some nice starts, good skills.
Yes, Jan must have been really putting them through their paces on their skills.
I had a bit of an update on the scores for the overall teams, and Ballarat was sitting in third after session 1, so they're having a great meet at these country championships.
Oh, a bit like Australia on the medal tally. We've got some good points coming out of Ballarat. We've our very own Anya Shedlicek. She will be swimming for Ballarat shortly. So let's hope Anya can get some points for the Ballarat swimming team. Do you think you will, Anya?
So
absolutely not.
Oh, come on, positive mental attitude.
Lara led us from start to finish out in lane 7, down to the touch. She'll take
Look
out
at that.
to 1:15.07. Second place there, Isla Hassett of Geelong, 1:16.16. And in third place, Riley Sterenberg of Bendigo Hawks Aquatic in a 1:17.49.
3-second PB, and you can't beat that smile. She touched that wall, saw her time, and she was just beaming from ear to ear. Money can't buy that.
Worth more than a gold medal.
Yeah, it really is. Well, it's true. You know, at the Olympics, not many people do personal best times. You know, it's all about the medals. Oh, well out here in lane 5. Sarah Steinman. We've heard that name a few times. Underwater's fantastic. She got even more. She made more ground on that even.
Taking
so let's
a
see what
note out
kind
of
of
Jessie's
turn.
book here with the speed on that rating and the backstroke. Just pulling away from the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Breaststroke leg, very important. Sarah, pretty good breaststroker though, so I don't think she'll have too much trouble here. It is only 25 metres. That's a lot less time you've got to make up ground, especially when she had that much lead coming into it. And we tend to see that lead almost double as we come into the freestyle, so expect this to be a super dominant performance from Heat 3.
Yeah, I mean, her best times are 1:14. 1:12 is easily on the cards. Well, it's
This
well
is
under
be 110. Great swim from Sarah. 108.47.
Wow.
Second place there was lane 4, Sienna Wood of Warrigal, 1:15.46. And third place goes to Lara Smythe of South Gippsland Bass in a time of 1:15.51.
Well, she must have carved it up over lunchtime to get a 108. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, 108, certainly a number and a time to keep note of. If we take a look at our fastest entry times, that's sitting around those medal placings. And we know that it doesn't matter what heat you swim from, these are timed finals, so you're eligible for one of those medals. They're up for grabs.
Yeah, when you look at the record, it's a 103.81. Michaela Cornelison back in 2014, so 10 years ago. So let's see if somebody can nab that record. Holding her breath there, Kayla Pratt in lane 4.
She's a really strong butterflyer, good backstroker.
Not sure about the breaststroke.
Probably not the best, but if she can lead us through, we know she'll finish strong in the freestyle.
Flip turn there from the girls.
It's a fantastic turn there from Kira Shaw in lane 4.
Mind you, I think Kayla's breaststroke has improved. It's looking really good there.
Sophie Gilbert of Geelong Sharks starting to come into contention here. She looks to have turned in second, just behind Jade King of Warrnambool.
That's a very important turn, that breast to free turn, because if you're on freestyle before anyone else and they're still on breaststroke, you can just pull away on a big
Soph
lead.
might have this. Oh, she
Nice.
just did a glide onto that final touch.
One,
it will be
2,
Jade
3, 4,
King
5 111s.
who gets that first placing there, 111.19.
Final heat. Now, I do know that Sarah Proverley is a fantastic breaststroker, so she's also in the 16 age group, so this is 16-17, and there's a few of the Geelong swimmers that will be seeing Sarah Steinman's time and will be thinking, well, let's get in there and beat that.
Yeah, Jessica Whiting looking really nice here. Great little sprinter from Traralgon Swimming Club. Looks like she'll lead us through at the halfway mark, not far behind there. Brooke Briscoe, Geelong Swimming Club.
Jessica Whiting, though, surprise in lane 2.
Looks like Brooke is just going to touch in first. I've seen a bit of a shift. Rani Matheson, good breaststroke leg from her. Those are the two girls to beat as we come down the final 25.
Look at these
just
two fighting it out.
Left to swim here. It's neck and neck. I reckon Brooke might have it. She does have those beautiful long arms coming into the wall there. 107.46 for Brooke. Rani in second, 107.79. And then third place onto the wall there, Jessica Whiting in a time of 108.29. I think that's just in front of what Sarah did. I think she was 108.46. So, but an awesome swim nonetheless to score herself into that top 8. Well and truly.
Fabulous. So we have the boys 1700 IM with Chad Klippel from Wodonga City. He's meant to be the fastest seed. Crossover turn there from lane 5. You can see that did give him a bit of an advantage, so it is the faster turn. However, can hang on this breaststroke. Even though it's the 25 meters of breaststroke, you really need to hold that glide. So lane 4, Chad Klippel, Wodonga City. Turns. But again, it's going to be a blanket finish. Oh, no, Chad seems to be pulling away. Yes, he wanted that win. 1:10.96, another good PB there.
Now as Heat 2 gets underway, we do have a bit of a special mention to make. The swimmer in lane 4, Kane Reynolds of Warrigal Swimming Club. It's his birthday today, so a massive, massive happy birthday from us at the Swimming Victoria commentary team. Unfortunately, having to swim on your birthday, but a lot of swimmers do have to do that.
That's
Hopefully
right.
he has a great race here and gets a nice personal best. That'll be a good birthday present. As the boys come down in the backstroke leg here, leading us around is lane 5. And Andreas Guinness of Bendigo East.
Well, it would be a good birthday present to himself, wouldn't it, Carlia, I think?
100%. Looking nice in this breaststroke leg, starting to move his way through those boys up into second place here.
He is.
Andreas turning in first. Looks like Kane in second. What can we see from this final 25 meters? Who's got the legs left to finish off strong in this 100? Kane coming up alongside him, but looks like Andreas will hang on. The coys come down to touch. Andreas in a 106.38. Kane in second, 106.76. And it is a nice 2-second personal best.
Yeah, so
happy
I
birthday,
think he can
Kane.
celebrate tonight.
We will definitely be celebrating that one.
And he'll have enough puff to blow out his candles, I hope. We've got a few people missing in lanes 7 and 6 for this heat. But it's still all happening in 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. So I'm afraid poor Liam Orton's going to be out on his own in the end, but it's sometimes good to swim your own race.
Yeah, we do tend to see it is getting a little bit later in the afternoon, big programs, long days, more and more athletes withdrawing from events, saving themselves for maybe something that they might have a little bit higher a chance in, trying to get a particular time. We do have our Victorian State Age Championships coming up in September. So a lot of these kids will be trying to qualify to be able to race there. Might need to focus your attention somewhere else as the boys come through on the breaststroke leg. Your leader is Jack Lanyon from Ballarat Gold. He'll turn just in front of, it looks to be Jude De Silva Smith of Warrnambool.
Well, some of these boys might be in year 12 at 16, 17 years, so, you know, they may have gone home to study and things like that, but these guys have stayed, and woo, look at those PBs.
Great swim there from Jack. 104.29. He'll take out heat 3.
Well, it's been well worth it for them. Yet another event from Ash Nichols. He's got a 56.94 as his personal best time. So that's quite a way ahead of everyone else in this event. He's a really good all-rounder. He used to be a fantastic standalone breaststroker, but then he started concentrating on his freestyle. But yeah, he's excellent at everything, and that back to breast crossover turn there, if that is an example, you need to rewind that and copy that turn, because he did it very smoothly and legally. 45 seconds on that turn, so see if he can come back in 12 or 13 seconds. Yes, he gets under the minute. 58.78. Followed by lane 5, Tom Urquhart, Ballarat Swimming Club, and then lane 2, 3rd Edward Meddings, Ballarat Gold Swimming Club. Fast and furious, that last heat.
Time for some speedy 50s as we move along now to event 36. This is the girls 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke. Now, I do love the 18 and overs. We see so many returning athletes to the sport, people who might have taken a little bit of time off. That's why we do have these 50-metre events. They're a little bit shorter, a little bit easier to do when you might not have quite the time in your day to be training full on.
That's right, and you often see some coaches in these events. That's a good thing about the countries. Yes.
Our winner of Heat 1 there, Celeste Alice of Geelong Swimming Club, 37.14. She cruised onto the wall there. Beautiful swim. Just the 3 heats in this event for the girls.
Molly Cargill in lane 4 has had a sterling career in swimming, and she's not over yet. She's an all-rounder. Has been good all the way from aged 11 up. She's now 18.
Looks like it will be Molly Cargill coming down onto the wall. Molly hung up the goggles after Nationals this year. It didn't last very long, has it?
No, it hasn't. She obviously...
36.49.
And a PB for her, so maybe the rest did her good. You know, sometimes...
talking earlier about the Cam McAvoy approach to sprinting, and Molly's taken that on since stepping back on the training. She said 4 gym sessions a week is the way to go, and don't touch the water.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, like I said before, when you've done that amount of work beforehand, you can afford to take that, you know, approach.
It's a bit like muscle memory. I feel like with swimming, you can always get back in and do it again. Kind of like riding a bike, but I can't ride a bike. So.
Yeah, well, it is. You know, if you've got the technique, you never lose your technique. That's why it's so important for kids. All the laps that you're doing, do them well with good technique, because you never lose that. You can lose your fitness, but if you've always got that technique to rely upon, which Cam McAvoy has, he's always been a fantastic technician.
As the girls come into touch now, looks like Nicole Briscoe is going to take out the 18 and over 50 breaststroke. 34.58 from her. In second place there, Zoe Dowler of Traralgon, 35.28. And then in third place was Molly Dennis of Warrigal Swimming Club at 35.71.
And who says you can't do PBs when you're older? Look at that. Right across the board.
Event 37 in the water now. This is the men's 18 and over 50 metre breaststroke. We have 3 heats in this event. And we're showcasing that range as well. Athletes 18 all the way up to 44 entered in today's breaststroke event. Riley Blitz, one of those swimmers who swims out multi-class races and our able bod. He's swimming out of lane 4.
Well, David Verco from Traralgon Swimming Club, he's 44 years of age. He did a hitch kick dive. I don't think I've seen one of those for a long time. Kicking his legs out.
As William Prendergast there finishes in first, 33.93. Here's your leader so far.
In this next heat in lane 8, we've got Jordan Cargill. Now, I remember him being 11 years of age. Now he's sporting a moustache. So, time goes so quickly.
Yeah, no shave down for Jordan, I've noticed.
No. Full tash. He must be taking a leaf out of Adam Peaty's book. He looks very well groomed, I must say.
The boys in heat 2, heading down to the halfway mark. Nothing between lanes 5 and 6 here.
It's the battle of the coaches,
It's the battle of the coaches.
Dylan Muir and Cameron Dewar. South Gippsland Bass versus Traralgon.
Looks like Dylan might have the advantage here, timing onto that wall.
Did he win? Yes, he did.
So 31.04 for Dill there.
Dylan. I was going to say, you know, Dylan's been around for quite some time, but he's only 33.
I'm glad we think 33 is young. I'm
Yes,
feeling very youthful.
Compared to me. Here's Caden Gill, lane 8. Another coach, only 26 years of age. Caden does bodybuilding, so he'll have plenty of strength in this 50 breaststroke. But you must think about your strength to weight ratio. You've got to be able to, you know, be streamlined through the water, so bulky muscles sometimes may not
Wilson
work.
looks like he's going to nab this one, and
Nice.
he does there. Lane 6, long hands onto the wall first, 29.44.
Hey, there's a few 29s, and there was only one person that had an entry time under 30, so...
That's a quick race.
Hey!
Comes out of nowhere.
So the girls there finishing off their 50-metre backstroke event 38. This is our 11 and unders, our juniors of country short course. We have a couple of 9 and 10-year-olds racing in this race this weekend. So exciting, this junior talent. The future is here. These girls doing such a great job. There's been some fantastic swims from these youngsters. I think most of them could probably swim faster than I could these days.
Well, yes, I feel that they probably definitely could swim faster than me at the moment. At least it's backstroke. I'd be able to get plenty of breaths in over 50.
Some really nice starts there from the girls. A lot of people might not realise just how much strength is required to pull yourself up out of the water and get off the blocks quickly in these backstroke events. So these youngsters do a fantastic job, and moving out quickly is Nellie Gray, the 9-year-old from Geelong. She's going to turn in first there.
Beautiful turn.
Lovely tumble turn from Nellie. She is speeding down this second lap.
But lane 2, oh no, lane 7, sorry. Nellie Gray, yeah, 9 years old, came out and won that.
Big future ahead for Nellie. What a great swim it was. 40.43. That is a stellar effort. Her entry time there of 43, 3 seconds in 50 metres is enormous. That's about 5 metres of swimming for these girls. So,
see, no expectation, just doing what you know best. Get in there and just giving it a go. Get up there and, you know, don't put any pressure on yourself. Go in there and just do your best.
And what excites me is we have 7 heats in this event. So that's so many athletes who have achieved these qualifying times and come along to these country short course championships to race.
And it was said that after COVID, you know, swimming was going to take a downturn and people wouldn't really want to do it. Well, actually, there's more people doing it now than ever.
Particularly with the Olympics going on at the moment, we're seeing so many more people trying to get involved in swimming. It's such a part of Australia's, basically it's part of our culture, and really what we all have grown up with. So very exciting to see us do so well on an international level, and then it filter all the way down through into our short course country championships.
And especially the girls.
The golden girls of Australia. And it's not only in the swimming. I mean, our women have been spectacular. We breed them tougher in Australia.
Honest to goodness, it's been marvellous,
bunch.
hasn't it, watching it? I mean, to think such a small nation per capita is third on the medal table to your big guns like China and the US. It's fabulous. And we nearly beat, I say we, I know I've got a British accent, but we nearly beat the Americans in the pool, didn't we? So that's going to show in these kids, you know, you can do it. Lane 3, she does it.
Touch there. It was Matilda DeFazio in
From
a time
Benalla.
of 39.56.
Another
11
3
years old
seconds.
from Benalla. Love those small country towns. I mean, Benalla probably doesn't consider themselves that small, but...
No.
We are absolutely soaring through our events today. Heat 4 in the water now. Event 38, the girls 11 and under, 50-metre backstroke, leading us through in lap 1. The first 25 metres is lane 5, Claire Baker of Ballarat GCO.
And a beautiful catch on the water. Yeah, and a beautiful catch on the water with her hands above her head. You can see she just cups the water and it pulls her body through. Using the water. Beautiful swimming.
She is definitely going to take out Heat 4. It's a 37.35 for Claire. 4-second drop from our juniors. Don't you love to see it?
Oh, absolutely. It's very exciting, isn't it, to see that these kids are doing PBs like that, and she's only 10. Fabulous.
It's such an exciting event, and I've always said countries is my absolute favourite to be at. Just a different sense when you're on pool deck, you're amongst it. Everyone's just having a fantastic time. You can just feel it. It's in the air. It's palpable. It's just everything to be here and support your team and have a great time. We've seen athletes dressed up, people having a little dance behind the block, celebrating one another. So really great job from all the participants here, as well as our parents, our families, our team managers, our coaches. And it all comes together to create this incredible event.
Well, when I came to live out here and coach in Sale, it reminded me of my childhood swimming. You know, it's all about, you know, fundraising and, you know, the food that they're putting on here and just the atmosphere. It just really conducive to swimming fast.
Now, speaking of swimming fast, lane 5 is absolutely storming away again.
Stella McIntosh.
Take out this heat. The swimmer from Bendigo East, she's gone to 38.44 there.
There's another McIntosh. Obviously taking a leaf out of Summer McIntosh's book. She is S. McIntosh, Stella McIntosh, so you never know.
It's all in the name.
Yes, it is. You never know. It might be. I'm sure she gets to school. Oh, you've got the same name, and you swim as well. Here's another Schneider's. Rania.
Yeah, Raina.
Raina, yep.
Younger sister to Kepler and Zali. Superstar swimming family down in Geelong. A couple of younger siblings in this race. So you've got Neve McClare as well, younger sister of Liana, who raced earlier today. Those kids from Mildura. So nice when you can get the family together and all race at the same competition on the same day, support one another, and your parents aren't having to run around to 17 different sports.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with swimming with those early mornings, you know, getting everyone out the door. But there's the camaraderie for a family as well when you're getting up at 5:30. You know, best get everybody up and don't leave someone lying in.
And Raina will take out this heat
Fabulous.
as well. 37.5. It's a great swim from her. Second place was over on this far side of the pool, Josie Richer of South Gippsland Bass.
So now we've got the last heat, heat 7. They've seen the times come beforehand. They know what they've got to do. If you want a medal, you've got to get out there and get it.
Yeah, we've got some great up-and-coming juniors in this race, names that we've seen competing throughout the day. Bit of weight going home in a couple of these girls' suitcases from the weekend, I think.
Oh, yeah, they'll be heavy with the medals. I don't think you could be able to put them all on your neck.
Officials just checking to make sure that all the athletes have part of their feet onto the touchpad. So those little ledges, you can't have your feet only on the ledge because it steps away from the wall, and we don't want to give anyone a slight advantage, so everyone must have part of their feet on the actual touchpad to begin the race. And throw a blanket over on them at the moment. Looks like Millie Leia in lane 4 might have just got the turn there. She comes off the wall really well. Princess Leia, go girl, go. Coming at her from lane 5, it is Ren Malone.
Oh, look at this, nice fast stroke,
Ren. Ren starting to shift through. Can she hang on? Millie on to the finish.
Touch, fantastic, 35s.
And it is Millie there, 35.53 was Ren Malone in second, 35.83. And in third place, Lauren Davenport, also from Bendigo East, 36.69.
This is heat 1 of the 50 backstroke, boys 11 and under. It's a blanket finish here. Ooh, I think lane 3 gets it for a 43.15. That's Jude Harrison, Ballarat Gold. second. Lane 6, Cohen Boothman, Moe. And in third place, lane 4, Riley Bartlett from Sales Swimming Club. And a shout out to Zachary Gray. I honestly thought he was going to get the touch there, but he just missed out by 1/10 of a second. In lane 1, he was 4th. So well done to him.
Now, speaking of shout-outs, it is really important we make mention of our fantastic team at Big Voice Media who help with all our videography, our commentary and our live stream. They are the guys behind it all, so without them we couldn't have this fantastic opportunity for our athletes to rewatch their races via our YouTube channel. We wouldn't have the chance for our families and friends and parents and everyone at home to be able to see this live stream. So big thank you to the guys from Big Voice Media for everything you do for us. It's such an incredible thing that we have with our live stream.
Yeah, we are. We're one of the only states to do this. It's fantastic. The opportunity for us too, Kalia, to get the experience of commentating.
To feel wanted.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. Lanes 4 and 5 look really dominant, but in lane 1, we've got Flynn Cox, Yarrawonga. Love that name. We need as many swimmers as we can get from Yarrawonga, so I get to say that name as much as I can. And lane 4, Jack Lomax is looking very good. Yes, he takes it out in a 41.21. Oh no, he doesn't. He's second, Jack Lomax, in a 41.42. Lane 1 gets first. Flynn Cox from Yarrawonga. Thank you, Flynn. And in lane 6, Nicholas Hector gets third place, and he's a local boy from Traralgon. All right, heat 3. Got 5 heats in this 50 backstroke. I know they say splash and dash, and it is, but you still need to have that really good technique. So arms fast over the top, but really holding on to that water underneath. Lane 5's taking it out. What a great turn he had. Daniel Hyatt, Warrnambool.
One of the best pieces of advice I got from backstroke king Mitch Larkin was grip, don't slip.
That's right.
And very important in these sprints.
It is.
Lane 8 though here, looking great as they come on to touch, and it will be lane 2 who gets the win from heat 3.
Yeah, Samuel Russell, only 10. The PB. Lane 5. Daniel Hyatt from Warrnambool, and then lane 3, third, Riley O'Mara from Traralgon, who is only 9. Yeah. Penultimate heats. Did he break early there, Talia, do you think?
It did look like one of our outside lanes went to go a little bit early, just that quick reaction before the start. So
I think sometimes if you think you're going to slip, you just think, well, I better go anyway, you know. And also when you're raring to go, it's easy to just think you've heard that beep, you know, before it's gone off.
And getting up and going, though, is Patrick Clark of Geelong Swimming Club. He
Very
charged
nice.
that 50 backstroke. 36.78 takes out this heat 5.
How
so heat
often
4.
do you take 4 seconds off in a 50?
I think savour that one because
Yeah.
it doesn't come easily and it doesn't come often.
No, it doesn't, no. So, you know what?
Good job, Paddy.
He'll probably just take it in his stride and think, oh, yeah, I can do that all the time. And I hope he does. Actually, wouldn't that be fantastic? He'd be like down to 30 in no time. But the closer you get to the world record, the harder it gets to go fast. And it's the world record for a reason. I think the only person who's taken off a lot of time is the Chinese guy in the 100 freestyle. To take half a second off the world record is actually unbelievable. So,
and then speaking of records, the record for this event, held by Alexander Sabalas, is a 32. So that just goes to show how far in front Paddy was there with the 36. 32 is 4 seconds faster. That's a quick record. We've
from
had
2012.
Great swims from these country short course championships.
That's
As they
3
come
Olympics
around.
ago, isn't it?
It is Billy Main in the lead. Taking a note out of his brother's book here.
Look at
He's
this.
coming down under the flags. It's a quick swim. It'll be about a 33.
Wow.
7-7 to be exact. It's a strong one. He'll take the win there from lane 4. Ryder Telford finishing in second, 36.31, and Bailey Stone in third, 36.83.
All right, so we're on to a bit of pacing. We've got the 18 and over 200 freestyle. The record is 2:04.08 from Nicole Briscoe.
Now, I imagine Nicole could be racing this event today as well, so...
Well, she is, so it must be her record from her entry time. Her entry time is 2:04.08, and the record is 2:04.08. And because we're in July, just because we're in August, that was done in September, so she won't have. Usually an entry time and a personal best time will expire after 12 months, so you have to do it again, but she's obviously a month inside that, so the record she must have done last year is standing as her personal best time for her entry time this year. So Trinity O'Keefe, a really determined first turn.
And we have the music absolutely blaring as I believe our costume competition is occurring. So along the sides of the pool, you might notice in the corner of the screen, a few people looking very dressed up in club colours. The tunes are going, the vibes are high.
Well, I think that's Ballarat Gold. You could just see them on the corner of the screen.
Ballarat GCO, the green
Oh,
and gold.
yeah, they've got
Ballarat GCO.
There, they've got the green and yellow pom-poms. They've got the umbrellas, hats. In fact, they should have been over in Paris. Did you see those 2 guys that were interviewed?
The ones who were doing the nut push all around Paris?
Yes, that's them. Were they a comedy duo, those boys? Well,
I think there's a few comedy duos floating around on pool deck.
yeah, there is, including us, Callie. No, I'm kidding. Well, coming up to 100 metres here, or past 100 metres. They're coming up to 125. So this is looking pretty good for personal best times here for these girls. We've got 2 18-year-olds and a 21-year-old. 3:45, so if they come back in 35 seconds, you're looking at under 2:20. So come on, girls, dig in. Excellent underwater work from lane 4, Trinity O'Keefe. Here we come into the end. Oh, well under 2:20. 18, 19, lovely, to 18.70. Well done, Trinity O'Keefe. And congratulations, Emily Cardamone. She is from Kilmore. She did a personal best time. So, and Georgia Turner there from Warrnambool. Okay, let's see what Nicole Briscoe can do. 104.08. Now they've had a big program, but sometimes when you've had a big program, you're nicely warmed up, and you keep on just pushing yourself through that pain barrier. And some people are really good in training at doing that. And the more you push yourself, it's not such a shock towards like the piano dropping at the very end of your first race. You can kind of race yourself into the meet. 30.07, great split. All those girls on 30 point.
So this next 50, all about just holding that rhythm and finding that sweet spot. You can continue to push yourself. We're not going to expend too much energy with still 100 meters to go when they turn at this lap.
Can go to 102.9. I don't think it's 104.0s on the cards, but you never know. She might be saving herself to do a negative split, as we call it, when the second 100 is faster than the first.
She looks nicely settled, and that's what I'm enjoying about this race. She seems really in control. Those other two girls are going to push each other along. So you've got Stephanie Moran and Celeste Alice in 5 and 6. They're side by side. They're really battling it out for that second place spot in this heat. I expect to see from Nicole a little bit of a lift in this final 50. She's a racer. She steps up to a challenge. She always does really well at country championships. You see her repeating races over and over, and she just comes back for more and does such a fantastic job.
Yeah, really tough. You can tell, this is getting later on in the afternoon, already done some events, 200 freestyle. It's not an easy event. 2:09, very nice. Nicole Briscoe, 2:11.03. Stephanie Moran, Bendigo East, so she's done a 2:10 before, so very close to her PB. And then lane 6, Celeste Ellis, 2:18 was her personal best, and she's gone a 2:12. So that's a great PB from her.
All right, it's the boys' turn now as we move along to event 41. This is the men's 18 and over 200-meter freestyle. So as we said earlier, 200 meters, short course is 8 laps, 7 turns, 8 opportunities to go 15 meters under the water.
Well, Riley Blitz is in here again.
Riley was telling me he had about 6 races today on the card. So that is a hefty, hefty program.
Yes, he certainly is pushing himself. It'll be well worth it in the future. You get in a meet like this and you're just racing race after race after race.
at the 100-metre mark, though. It is Brandon Wilson who's led us around in a time of 59.1. We've seen him come up from a few outside lanes for some cheeky placings today. Not really renowned for being a freestyler, Brandon, though, so good to see him in this 200.
I think in the Olympics for New Zealand, there was a swimmer that was from Shepparton this time.
So I know that Carter Swift, who
Yes.
races for New Zealand, is a Shepparton boy.
That's
the
right.
Swift family, Mother Michelle, coach of Shepparton for a very long time.
That's right.
Isn't anymore.
So he's had quite a good international career. Hey, 201.53. Fantastic there from lane 3, Brandon Wilson from Shepparton, as we were saying, and he's really gone for it. A 6-second PB. Lane 5 second, Austin Robbins from Bendigo East in a 203. It's a 3-second PB. And third, lane 2, Oscar Cook from Warrnambool in a 209, and his PB was 210. Some great swimming there, boys. Oh, gentlemen, should I say. All right, heat 2. Fastest heat of these 2 heats. You've seen lane 1 and 2 from the same club from... No, 2 and 3, sorry. Both from Warrnambool, both age 22. William Elliott, Jack Sharp, just having a chat and a bit of a laugh with each other.
Maybe they can get under the 2-minute mark.
One of them might be a smiling assassin, mightn't they? You know, really smiley on pool deck, but in the water, it's game on.
Indeed.
Now who's taking this out in lane 7? It's Joe Bailey from Traralgon. As another swimming family, the Baileys. Nice, very nice underwater work. He's breathing to the inside, so he's breathing to his right, going up this way. Let's see which side he breathes to on the way back. If he's bilateral, which means that you can breathe to both sides equally. No, he's still looking to his right, so he won't be able to see the competition coming back this way. But on the odd numbered laps, he will be able to see where everyone is. Turning in a 55.01. Well, he's on for a good time, Joel, because he's only got a 2:05 entry time. Going out in a 55. Now, has he gone out too hard? That's the thing. But then again, he doesn't look like he has. He's just breathing rhythmically. Also in lane 4, Cameron Machini. Looking very good and in control, who he's taken over now. Cameron Machini just took over in that turn. So Joe Bailey will have seen that. Now he's got to hang on. Lane 5's come up as well. Cooper Sutherland from Ballarat Swimming Club. So these look like they're going to be the medals. 1:52.53 from lane 4, Cameron Machini, who had a 1:51 personal best. Lane 5, 1:54.65. From Cooper Sutherland, that's a 4-second personal best. And lane 7, Joel Bailey did hang on, and he has done an 11-second personal best time. So going out as fast as he could did pay off for him there. Maybe not in a gold medal, but in a huge personal best time.
back onto our multi-class events. We've got the women's 50-metre freestyle. We've got one heat with several different classes ranging from S6, S10, S14 and S19.
Now, freestyle means you can do anything. It's freestyle. If people wanted to do double arm backstroke, they could. You could do side stroke. You could do anything you like.
Doggy paddle?
Doggy paddle, it's freestyle. And the reason...
Maybe I should do that next time.
Australian crawl or the front crawl is used predominantly is that's the fastest stroke. But it is freestyle. So if you wanted to swim with one hand up in the air, the full 50, you know.
Maybe I'll get you to swim, Sam, next time. And do doggy paddle together.
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, you know, I was really bad at doggy paddle. I always hated it. But I don't mind long dog. That's where you do your hands out, but I was always a bit rubbish. So I mustn't have been a dog in a previous life.
But in lane 4, Anna Layton is having
she's really going out there well.
Lane 5, sorry.
She's not even taking a breath. Can you see her holding her breath there? I'm getting puffed out just looking at her. Look at that. No breath there. That was fantastic.
Yep. I know she did swim at Olympic trials, so...
Did she?
She did.
Well, you can see she's picked up some tips there.
It would have been an amazing experience for her.
That was professional. You know, she really did swim that like one of the Paralympians, you know.
Possibly one for the next Paralympics in LA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wouldn't that be good? The crowd. Oh, my goodness me. The crowd, the food, the razzmatazz.
You know about LA Olympics, Sam?
Yes, well, yes, I did go to the second. I think the first Los Angeles Olympics was in something like
24,
28. I think it was at 1928 was the first one. So no, I wasn't at that one, but I was at the second one in 1984. But I was only 4 years old. Can you believe that? No, but I did, and I was lucky enough to make the final of the 200 fly. So I look at it now. I went 2:11 back then, and they're only going 2:08 to come 8th in the 200 fly final. I honestly can't believe I went that fast.
It's amazing
what
these athletes can do.
So yeah,
our 50-meter men's freestyle multi-class.
That's right.
And this is heat 1, and we have 2 separate S classes: S9 in lane 4 and S18s in 3 and 5.
So nothing you can do in this race can get you disqualified unless you put your feet on the floor. So you can do anything you like as long as you don't walk.
Dive in with your feet first.
I don't know. I think you could do a bomb. I'm sure it's freestyle. I'm sure you could do a bomb if you wanted to do a bomb. Well, Warney has done very well there. Blake Warne, 10 years old from Traralgon. And that was pretty close in the end between Kobe Wilson and Byron Doran. Kobe from Shepperton and Byron from South Gippsland Bass. Well done, lads. So Byron and Kobe there were both S18, so it was about racing because they're the same category, S18. So let's see, we've got 1, 2 S19s in lane 1 and lane 4. Riley Blitz and Levi Jarrett. Then we've got Ryan McCrane, he's an S18, and so's Bradley Doolan in lane 7. So and 2 S14s, Lockie Bellion in lane 5 and Max Bassett in lane 8. And, Aaron Skinner also in lane 3. So can you see that these guys will be racing out in their own class? They might not necessarily be next to each other, but it's all about racing people in your own class and category. Now, when you get to the Paralympics, classifications are all separated. So the S19s would all swim together and the S4s would all swim together because there's more numbers there. But here, we've got all categories swimming in the same race. So not necessarily, as I've said before, the winner of the race will be the winner of the actual competition, because it's all on how close you get to that record for your classification, and then you get points for that. I think it's 1,000 points, isn't it? Being a points. So, you know, anything that's over 500 points is wow.
Yeah, so the world record is 1,000, so anywhere getting up close to that is obviously a fantastic score. We saw some of our best Victorian athletes of the year getting scores upwards of 700 to 800 points, so that's really, really quick swimming.
Well, Ahmed Kelly, Victorian, all right. He's out there at Yarra Plenty Waves now.
Yeah, we have 2 Victorian athletes representing Australia on our Paralympics team this year. So Ahmed Kelly being one of them. It's his 4th Paralympics, I believe.
Wow.
And we also have Cole Pierce.
Yes,
another
that's
Victorian.
right.
So
both on the adverts for the Olympics.
Absolutely.
If you see Woolies, they're advertising, you know, Cole, he gets the milk bottles.
I was going to say, and Cole, a fantastic country boy, trained in his dam.
Yes.
Over lockdown. So great story from regional Victoria there.
It's a good job we're in Victoria and not up in Queensland. There's no crocodiles down here.
It might make you swim faster though.
Well, it would. It would, for sure. And he drinks a lot of milk. Could you see all of those milk bottles? Plastic milk cartons. My
that brings
goodness
us now
me.
to event 44 on your program. This is the girls 14, 15-year-olds 100-metre individual medley, speedy swim, butterfly backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, 1 25-metre lap of each stroke. In this event, we have 8 heats.
Yeah, it's just too fast. Sometimes it can be just too fast, 100 IM. I mean, before you know it, you're turning on backstroke. You really have to know your turns and your stroke count, you know.
I think it's a big one for training, and what we talk to our athletes about is those habits that you create in the training pool really translate and transfer across into your racing on race day. So if you're going to be that person that does bad habits, poor technique, sluggish turns, in a race this fast-paced, they're going to fall into play, okay? So you've really got to make sure that you nail them every time, and then when you go into this, it becomes an automatic process as the girls come down into this final lap. 5 metres left to swim. Your leader from lane 5 here is Nika McKenzie of South Gippsland Bass. She'll touch the wall in a time of 1:16.86. Following her on there was Kiara Walker of Shepparton Swimming Club, 1:21.10. And then touching in third was Elizabeth Jarvis, also from Shepparton.
It's at the end of the afternoon, and these girls are just pumping out the PBs still.
I'll be happy if they start pumping out the tunes again. That was an exciting moment before.
Actually, yes, let's get a bit of tunes going.
Well, don't expect me to sing for us.
I think you'd actually do a good tune, Carlia. I think you'd be... So look at that, fly to back turn. They're getting into a nice rhythm. Now you have to get into that fast stroke rate after you turn, because you're turning from a stroke that's a unilateral stroke, where it's just both arms coming over, to a bilateral stroke, which is one arm, then the other, one arm, then the other. And again, it's unilateral, so both arms are moving together at the same time on breaststroke, and then a bilateral stroke, so meaning both sides, on freestyle. So that's what makes the IM so tiring and so taxing, because it's also your brain nervous system, has to change. Yeah, it's like going from doing somersaults to twists, and it'd be like running for. As I said before, it's like running forwards, running backwards, running sideways. If you had to do that in athletics, it's like the decathlon. Yeah, it's like the decathlon all in a sprint. It'll be like throw that shot put, run over and pick it up, run around the track, then do the high jump. Well, they wouldn't know whether we're coming or going, would they? I don't think. Especially, you don't want to do the javelin at the end. There could be a few nasty accidents. Yeah, that's right. Fabulous from Allure Boyd there from Ballarat Gold, a 2:20. That is quite the milestone to get under. But I've got to say, hats up to these girls. They really are keeping the hammer down, as one of my coaches used to say, hammer down, who's American. And they're keeping that hammer down to keep on the pressure, trying to get PBs right till the end of this night. Heat 3. Now this is 14, 15 years, but we've got a majority of 14-year-old girls here. Georgia Vague is meant to be the quickest in lane 4 on paper, but as the saying goes, we're not swimming on paper. And we've seen quite a few outside smokers, haven't we, Anya?
We have. So looking forward to these couple of heats, that's for sure.
And, there's a lot of change in favourite strokes. You don't often get butterflies that are good breaststrokers. So, and breaststroke usually gets a good advantage because it takes the longest time to swim. So if you can actually swim it in the shortest time, then you get much more of a lead. Hey, look at that. Lane 3. Get in there. Isabella Nash. Warrigal Swimming Club. 15-year-old. Oh, 1:14. Well, they're doing us proud, these girls, tonight. They're doing themselves proud. Their club's proud. The family proud. Aren't they? Coaches, us, we're proud of them. We are actually, I know that I'm still in contact with my swimming friends from when I was 10. So, you make friends for life. When you're getting up at 5:30 in the morning, you've seen people in good moods and bad. And you get to know each other really deep down, and it's friends for life. I have more friends in swimming than I do from primary school. This is a nice commanding lead in lane 4. Molly Detbarn. I did have the pleasure of coaching Molly Detbarn when she was at Sale. Always a very hard worker. Yep. Second in lane 3. Michaela DeSisto, Warrigal, coached by Paul at Warrigal. And Anya Taylor, another Anya. Did very well there. Here we go, heat 5 of 8. Wow, anybody's race here. You see that with them all touching together. And it looks like everyone's pretty good backstrokers too, so this is anyone's game. I've said that name a few times, and you see Chalmers there in lane 4. Asha Chalmers from South Gippsland Bass does the crossover turn, along with her compatriot, Sienna Hunt, in lane 2, also doing that crossover turn. And can you see that they got such a good advantage from that? But up in the top, lane 7, we have Madison Haywood from Shepperton Swimming Club. So these three are really spread out. You can't tell who's in front, who's behind, but the middle lanes seem like they're going to get it. Yes, 1:15.08. 2/10, it's nothing splitting those girls. 2 100ths actually. 2 100ths of a second. Well, that's exactly what was happening at the Olympics. I mean, that's how quick it is. I mean, if you're going to get your nails done, get them shellacked. Get a shellac done, or acrylics, to get that touch. I wonder if they're going to think of, like, banning that, because I must say Arnie had fantastic acrylics on, Arnie Titmus, didn't she? All in yellow, but they were nice and long. You know, if it was me, I'd have smashed them off on the wall, probably. They would have all been splintered. That's right. So we've got a bit of a change here. So, you know, the outside lanes are leading on this backstroke. I wonder if these middle lanes are absolutely cracking breaststrokers. That's nice though in lane 4. Hannah Buchanan, Holly and Ella, yes. Oh yes, look at that, how much she's come back. Wow, looks like these girls are really fit. Look at them all coming back really well in this. But lane 4, Hannah Buchanan's going to take it. Oh, 1:11.25, 3-second PB. Second, lane 3, Holly Hembro, Bendigo East. And lane 2, Ruby Combridge came out there to take 3rd place. Now, penultimate heat. Penultimate heat here. Full heat, nobody's missing this out. Again, I'll mention Summer Morgan because she does surf lifesaving. This is like doing the surf ski, then the swim, then the run. It's the equivalent of that. Only over shorter distances if you had a sprint version of it. Oh, there's nothing in it between lane 1, 4 and 6.
go on to our breaststrokes.
Mind you, I think I would like Katie Macklin from Benalla to win this.
She has come back.
We haven't had anyone from Benalla win. Lane 4, she's in with a
It's going to be a
chance.
tight end. But out in lane 1.
Oh. No, it's 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Teammates. Oh no, lane 1, you were right.
7 and 1.
Yes.
Outside lanes.
South Gippsland Bass, Micah Roberts in lane 1. Lane 7, Summer Morgan. And she takes it. And lane 6, Layla Chapman, 3rd, East Gippsland Water Dragons. Final heat. We've got the Steinmans and the Schneiders. And Ava Candy from Ballarat. It's going to be a great race.
Seems like it's more of west of Victoria. Geelong, Ballarat, and
Yeah,
Traralgon,
absolutely.
Phoebe.
Ballarat's got such a great, a lot of sporting. You know, it's got the 50-metre pool. It's got a lot of sports grounds. You know, huge sporting hub.
Looks like Jesse's turned in first.
Nice.
In a time of 29.99.
Under the minute. Well, if you're going to get out there, you've got to get out there. I mean, it really is a sprint, the 100 IM.
And your breaststrokers will come out now.
She looks stunning. Look at that
Shout out
breaststroke.
to Ava. Looks like she's in 3rd position.
Ooh, touching in 3rd, but there's some guys on the outside in lane 7 as well. Phoebe Balcom from Traralgon. Look at this, what a commanding swim. Lane 4, Jessie Steinman, 105.58 PB. Lane 5, 107.74. Zoe Schneider from Ballarat Gold. And then lane 3, Ava Candy from Ballarat. See, another more points for Ballarat, doing so well on that points table. Are you going to throw Yarn in if you do well in the point score?
Possibly.
Good, yes. I think the coach needs to go in. If you do well.
I'll let him know.
Yes, you do. Say Sam said. That's right, look at this. Look at this finish. Lane 2, he gets it. That's Sebastian Majetic. But it was a majestic swim, I would say, from Lara. A 5-second personal best. Lane 5, Riley Williams, Warrigal Swimming Club. And lane 4, another PB from Andreas Bruises from Geelong. The boys slapping themselves. I don't know if I could do that really. I know it's meant to, like, you know, get the endorphins going and all that. But, you know, beating yourself up before you get in.
I think isn't it just the louder you slap, the faster you go?
Wow. Oh, dear me. I bruise really easy. It'd be no good for me.
Boys underway here, heat 2 of our 100-metre individual medley, 14, 15-year-olds. Quickly onto the back was lane 5, but good underwater from lane 4 there, Jack Stonehouse.
He's
Moving
lovely and
himself ahead.
smooth, isn't he, in lane 4? Look at that backstroke.
That ever important turn, gets it done cleanly, that's important.
Doesn't look like his best event, the breaststroke, but Jack Stonehouse is holding on. Come on, Jack, you can get this on the freestyle. Hang in there, boy. He is.
Jared tried to close the gap on the breaststroke leg. Will it be
Ooh,
enough? They come under the flags. Jack's just seen him off to the corner of his eye.
Oh, wow.
Gets the touch there. 109.41 for Jack Stonehouse to take out heat 2.
Jared Tadgell, he gave it his best shot there. Local boy, South Gippsland Bass. And third, lane 7, Ben Hynam from Geelong Sharks. Heat 3 of 7. And then we're into the relays after this. It'll be electric in here. It'll be like Paris in Traralgon, won't it, with the relays on. So here we go. Lane 4. Oscar Voither. As I say, there was a famous German swimmer, Jörg Voither. Backstroke swimmer, so very, very successful Olympian. Not many crossovers. Lane 1, see how he's caught up with that crossover turn. So it is, you know, worth learning it, worth training on it and implementing it in a race, but you must do it correctly. There he is, lane 4, Oscar Voither. He's really motoring down the freestyle leg, but in lane 8. Yes, lane 8 gets second. Denura Pereira, Geelong Swimming Club. Wow, 110. Lane 3, third, Maximilian Brocklesby. He's also done a 110, another PB. Well, they're not disappointing, these boys. All right, Reese Hornsby is the fastest entry here with a 109.49. It's been PB City here in Traralgon, so let's see what they can do. It's always, you know, let's see what kind of turns they do here. Alrighty, lane 4, coming in for that. Oh, well done, Reese Hornsby, Geelong Swimming Club. Second, lane 6, Nicholas Antonello, Shepperton. And third, lane 5, Joshua Hunt, South Gippsland Bass. 5 of 7 up next. Raphael Rush is the fastest in this heat. He's from Geelong Sharks with a 108.1.
Boys underway now for Heat 5 of the 100 IM. 14, 15 years, starting to get into the nitty-gritty of it. Just 7 heats in this event today. As we come around, leading us through is lane 3, Campbell Nicholson of Warrigal Swimming Club, narrowly edging his way into that lead. Looks to be lane 6 though. That is Matthew Mace of Ballarat Gold. Matthew's had a great day today, some really awesome times. Seen him across a few events, leading us out strong. The breaststroke leg here, this is the one to change it all.
Yeah, lane 3. Looks like he's just going to touch first. Right, come on. Come on, boys, it's a freestyle.
This is where it down to
sorts it out.
Lane 3 is still looking good. Campbell Nicholson.
Who's got the eye of the tiger?
He's too strong in this final 25.
Oh, yeah.
Comes down to touch. The time's 105.45.
Lane 3. Local. Yep, local lad from Warrigal. Well, this is looking good in the middle lane so far. Nice smooth stroke on that fly. Zayden Burton against Brodie Cargill.
Really good backstroke leg there from Joshua Fitzgerald of Warrnambool Swim Club out of lane 3. Was a great underwater though from lane 5, Brodie Cargill. Look at that breaststroke. He is charging down this lap.
Yeah, nice and streamlined at the front, not wasting
Has a bit of a look across the pool on the turn there. Eyes
well,
on the prize.
that's a boy thing. It's a boy thing. They do love to look round, don't they?
And under the flags here, it will be Brodie taking out Heat 6 in a time of 104.07. Josh Fitzgerald in second, 105.04. Which brings us to our 7th and final heat of the boys 14, 15 years, 100-metre individual medley.
Yeah, it's cold on pool deck. These kids need to get something warm on. You know, they come out at the Olympics, they've got big warm jackets and gloves and everything, because the more nervous you get, the colder you get. And if it is cold on pool deck, there is a bit of a breeze here.
The race is on. Harrison Main looking super strong in this breaststroke leg.
Nice.
Bit of a glide onto the wall there. It's lane 6, not far behind Blake Scott from Ballarat Gold. So come into the freestyle.
He's breathing straight
away,
but
it's going to be my main man, Harry Main, touching in first. Lane 5, he's done it again. 101.44. What a time. Second goes to Jacob Richards. Great final leg there from Jake. 102.21 to touch 1/100th of a second in front of Oliver McCormack.
Well, here we go. It's the relays. Everybody loves a relay.
It's time for some fun. We love a relay here at Country Short Course. It's our mixed 13 and under 200-metre freestyle relay. 4 laps, for 4 legs, I should say. 4 50-metre bursts. 2 boys and 2 girls in each team.
Now, that's not as bad, is it, picking it? It's not like the medley relay. We've got 2 boys, 2 girls, and 4 different strokes.
It's very, very simple. The fastest 2 boys and the fastest 2 girls in your 13 and under age category. Doesn't matter if you are 9 or 13. If you have that fastest time, you are in this team.
go. We've got Sale, lane 2, lane 3, Warrnambool, 4, Ballarat Gold, lane 5, Seymour, and 6, East Gippsland, Water Dragons. So it's a 4x50. So each swimmer's just doing 50 metres. It's fast and furious. Changeovers, all important. Want to be safe, but not too slow either. You need to be moving before your fellow swimmer touches. As long as your big toe is still on the lane block before you the person touches in the water, then you won't get disqualified. So you do have to be going a little bit. Not early, but, you know, timing it to perfection. So in training, you've got to be practicing these changeovers in the order that you're going to race in often. That was a really great changeover from lane 3. That's Warrnambool Swimming Club. They must really practice their changeovers.
Yeah, and our athletes love to practice those relay changeovers. It's always really fun at the end of a hard training session. Get the gang together and go for those relay changeovers. I know a lot of my athletes beg me to do relays every session.
Yes, they do. Yes.
But it is a bit of a fun event, and it's a fun way for us to finish off this evening's racing here at the Gippsland Regional Aquatic Centre for our 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Short Course Country Championships.
Well, you can hear the crowd going wild.
Everyone gets around it. Those supporters going absolutely nuts for our juniors. These 13 and unders, and they're so fast as well.
Oh, the amount of times you can get a big PB in a relay just because, you know, you want to do it for your teammates. Lane 5, no, lane 6 take it.
In these relays, their time counts.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
Get a proper start off a starting system, and your time, your split comes up on that touchpad.
You could get a world record, couldn't you?
You can. It's completely capable and possible and allowed.
Yeah, so East Gippsland Water Dragons, locals, they took that out in lane 6. Well done. Some of the bigger clubs here, they'll be able to field 2 teams. So we have South Gippsland Bass B in the fastest lane and Geelong Swimming Club B in lane 5. Let's see if it works out like that. As we've said before, sometimes in 13 and under, some girls can be as fast as the boys.
Oh, definitely with our juniors. Quite often we see the girls being much faster. We had our Victorian Metropolitan Short Course Championships a couple of weekends ago, and the 11 and under girls could have got 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the boys event.
Wow. Go the girls.
Go the girls.
No offence to the boys, of course, but, you know, it's just that, you know, maturation at a different rate. And then when the boys mature, we have no chance.
They are very strong and very powerful. So come down here, Traralgon in the lead, lane 3. This is their B team, so teams can enter more than one team. You can have an A and a B team as long as both teams come in under that qualifying time. And
well, I've got to say,
are looking very
they
good
are very smooth. Look at the kick. Look at the amount of water, you know, and the kick's really important on freestyle for keeping your body position high. So there's no drag around the back. So
and they're
fantastic.
finishing off with one of their male swimmers into the water now. So it's our final leg of Heat 2. There are just 3 heats in our 13 and under 200 metre freestyle relay this evening.
Well, I think the B team have something to prove. They're thinking, well, I'd like to be in the A team, aren't they?
100%. I have been in a few B teams, and that is always the goal. Just be faster than one person that snuck into that A.
Yes. Very good. One under the 2-minute barrier. Fabulous. 5 seconds off there. Oh, more than that. 7 seconds. See?
Those
amazing.
Athletes have really lifted here.
Second in lane 5, the swimmers from Geelong. And third in lane 4 was South Gippsland Bass and Traralgon winning, of course. All right, all the A teams. Warrigal in lane 1, Bendigo East lane 2, Geelong lane 3, Traralgon 4, South Gippsland Bass 5, Wodonga City in 6, 7 Shepparton and 8 Ballarat Gold. Now if Traralgon B with a 157, if they can perhaps keep that third spot, they will actually get the medals.
Traralgon A team, your fastest entry time into this final heat. And they're putting out a strong lead here, setting the tone of the race. Not too far behind our team in lane 3, Geelong Swimming Club.
Now they're going boy.
Yeah, so a few different strategies in how we lay out these relay teams. Sometimes teams will opt to put their boys at the start, try and get a little bit of a lead, a little bit of space between them and the other swimmers. Try not to get stuck in that wake and that turbulence. The other option you can have is you have your anchor swimmer as your fastest athlete. So you want them to try and bring it home strong. And they love to chase. I think swimmers, we all sort of love that. It's like the rabbit in the greyhound race. You see that target in front of you, you're trying to mow it down and get it on the wall ahead. So a few different strategies, but Traralgon A team are your leaders. Going through in second. Still the team from Geelong. Having a good swim on the other side is the South Gippsland Bass team.
There's not a lot of catching up to be done over 50 metres though. Over 100 it's a different matter, but over 50, if you get a good lead, it's really hard to catch up.
As
the
our
home
final
team
swimmers come in. Now, Geelong's finishing off with a male swimmer, Traralgon with a female. They have closed the gap a little bit. I think it'll be close.
Oh my goodness!
Underwater. I think it's Kepler Snyder's from Geelong there. He's having a ripper of a swim. The crowd is going absolutely
they're going nuts!
It's onto the touch. I reckon it'll be Geelong.
Oh, wow!
53.38. Great final leg there from Kepi to take out the win for the 13 and under mixed 200-metre freestyle relay. Traralgon A will get second and South Gippsland Bass in third.
And I think Traralgon B, they would have gotten a good fourth or fifth there. So, you know, great depth. Now it's 14 and over. So does that mean 14 and as old as you like? It does. It's so packed in here for the relays, we can't even see the pool. We're being crowded out. And I'm not tall enough to stand up and see over everyone.
I don't think we really need to see it though, Sam, because we can hear it. You can hear all the different teams. As soon as that uproar comes, you know who's coming. Super close on the changeover there. 1/100th separating lane 4 and 3. That is your team from Ballarat GCO and Moe. Just the 3 heats in our final event for the evening.
Absolutely.
These are two to close off a fantastic day of racing.
Fabulous.
There's a good leg there from lane 4, the team from Ballarat GCO. We saw them sporting those beautiful green and gold outfits earlier.
Absolutely, they were getting right in the spirit of it, weren't they?
Beautiful race here.
Bit like yourself, Carlia.
You know, I think we like to be a little bit understated, casual.
No, you are. You're wearing a great pair of combat pants. Although I don't think they were very camouflage.
No.
But they look absolutely fantastic.
Inspired by the breakdancing at the Olympics.
Yeah.
As we come into our final leg here. of this Heat 1. Ballarat GCO still maintains their lead over Moe. Shepparton in third. It's getting close, but I think they'll hold on.
Heat 2. It's really hard to quieten down the crowd. The atmosphere is so electric here. There we go, out lane 5. Gets that turn. South Gippsland Bass. I wonder if they've got the coaches in. And away we go. Let's see what they turn in at the 100. That's a 25.7. See if they can beat the likes of Molly O'Callaghan. Let's see if they can get a 52. .8, 51.4. So that just goes to show how good our female Olympians are. When you think Molly O'Callaghan is going 52.51 in a relay for 100 freestyle, and it took 2 people to go 50 there.
Absolutely.
With 2 dives.
This is a super close race, though. Those middle 3 lanes here. Warrigal, Geelong, and South Gippy Bass. Couple of B teams in Heat 2.
Really close changeovers there. Fantastic.
We did see our B team from the previous event. They ended up finishing around 4th. So
yes.
Anyone can do it. Doesn't matter, A or B.
Well, when you're pumped, it's mind over matter, isn't it? When you're pumped up and you're really enjoying it.
And we are really enjoying it.
We are. Nice.
Geelong Swimming Club there, 147.42. They'll finish just in front of South Gippsland Bass.
Second, Warrigal. And then third, yep. No, sorry, second, South Gippsland Bass, and then Warrigal. Bit of a rivalry, quite close neighbours there.
Which brings us to
the big guns.
The big one, the final event on our program for session 2 of our country short course championships.
I'm quite nervous, actually.
They are underway here. 4 50s of freestyle, the mixed 200-meter relay. 2 males, 2 females. Who is the dominant sprint club?
I think they've gone off with Ash Nichols. He'll be going for a really fast 50 time. I'm sure it's him.
He'll touch there in a 23.54. That is the team from Traralgon. Their A team in lane 4. Geelong in lane 3. So we're seeing a little bit of a repetition of what happened previously, but South Gippsland Bass in lane 2. This leg have shifted into that first.
That's Caden Gill, the coach.
Coach Cade's there, doing his part. Not going to let the team down when you're the team leader.
Absolutely not. You wouldn't want to turn up to training if you'd let the team down, would you, as the coach?
Absolutely not. I mean, I like to go by the do what I say, know what I do, but...
Hey, look at this.
South Gippsland Bass have maintained
That's a
their
surprise.
lead. We are going to come into our final swimmer. Keep an eye on Traralgon. They have a male swimming last. The teams in 2 and 3 have females.
Oh.
We did see those female swimmers in the previous event get chased down by one of the boys. So
they did.
It's going to be close.
And plus there's a turn.
I'm getting excited. Who's going to get it?
Oh, he's caught up.
There's nothing in it. It looks like Traralgon might get the win here, though. This final 25.
Yeah, Yes, they do. Traralgon first, Geelong second, and third, South Gippy. Wow. Excellent. Swimming there. Oh, what a way.
And that concludes session 2 of our 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Country Short Course Championships. My name is Kalia. I've been here with Sam and Anya, your commentary team for the day. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we look forward to having you back tomorrow morning for another day of fast racing.
Yes, see you in the morning and have a lovely night. Good night.